What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sports Talk with Bros. Before we begin, there is a giveaway I am doing on my channel to all my subscribers. At 1,500, we are giving away a Lids gift card so you can buy your own sports hat. And at 2,000, we're giving away a New York Rangers signed hockey stick. So, make sure you go down, you hit that subscribe button. That is all you need to do. Let's dissect this NBA game. Are you kidding me? We had the Houston Rockets and we had the Golden State Warriors, and this game was played out exactly like we thought it would be. Especially early, we thought that this was going to be played out as if it's the NBA Finals, and literally, it was. I mean, you could tell the difference between the isolation basketball out of the Houston Rockets, especially late in that third quarter, start of the fourth quarter area, and team basketball out of the Golden State Warriors. And this is what I said was going to happen when I broke down the conference matchups. There's a huge difference between the way that this Warriors team moves the basketball around. They play a team game. They have a lot of weapons. And the isolation where it's one-on-one and a lot of pull-up threes. And you could just tell. You can see if this continues to happen, how this series is going to play out. It's going to be all Golden State. It's going to be all Golden State. You had Draymond Green early going nuts, bringing the emotion, getting a little bit too emotional in my opinion, but that's his game plan. That's what he does. There were some really interesting calls. I mean, at one point you had Kevin Durant go up for a three and got fouled by Nene, and they called it was on the floor, but since they were in the bonus, he only gets 2 free throws instead of a shooting foul. He would have got 3. What was that garbage? On top of that, there was a huge swing involved when Golden State obviously went back court, and they didn't call it. They say it got deflected by a Rocket, so then it ends up being a three-pointer for Klay Thompson, and that was essentially a huge swing in the game. You had Chris Paul shaking and baking a little bit. He dropped Steph Curry, who was dead on the court. But at the end of the day, the Warriors did what they had to do. They look unstoppable, and it's kind of crazy to think about what this team was even like before they added Kevin Durant. Looking at some stats, KD, 37 points. You had Klay Thompson with 28. He shot 15 three-pointers and hit 6 of them. Looking at what James Harden did, he had 41 points, along with Chris Paul's 23 and 11. Eric Gordon had 15 coming off the bench, but at the end of the day, I mean, it was all Golden State when it mattered. Now, listen, I mean, it wasn't like a complete blowout. The score was 119-106, but you had the Rockets fouling like 4 or 5 useless times at the end of the game to just extend the game a little bit. So, I mean, the Warriors were involved, or the Rockets, I'm sorry, were involved in this game. I mean, it was tied at half. They even had a really nice stretch going into the half, but the Warriors kind of answered late there with a 3, but they put a nice little run together right before that half ended, tied. I mean, it was there for the taking, but there was a stretch during the third quarter where my eyes saw straight up pulling up three-pointers with isolation ball by the Rockets. And that's not going to work. It's not going to work at all to beat this team. I'm sorry. But team basketball is going to dominate the floor. You talked about home court being huge for this Rockets team. You have Charles Barkley and all these guys, Shaq, saying it's over. It's all over. Sweep. And I'm thinking, like, okay, that's a little ridiculous. I mean, if the Rockets win the next game, you know what I'm saying? But if they lose the first 2, if they lose game 2 on their home floor, yeah. I mean, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. So game 2 is a must-win for this team. And I think they're talented enough to be able to squeak a game in. They have a good enough roster, but they need to play more team-based. And it's not their playing style. It's not. It's like, as a coach, you go in there and you go down playing the way you played all year long. It's like Doug Peterson when the Eagles went for it on 4th down, and I almost had a heart attack in the Super Bowl, and they got it, thank God, but I'm thinking they're on their own half of the field. They're going for it on like 4th and 3. I'm so nervous. But we've been doing it all year. So that's a style of play you play. It's the same with this. The Rockets play isolation, and I mean, it's getting exposed a little bit. I think you got to make some type of adjustment. You got to make some type of adjustment. What is it? What is the adjustment? Is the Golden State Warriors just that much more stacked? Is there much you can do? I mean, you have KD out there literally with his will, with his size, just being able to pull up, get to the rim. I mean, he can do whatever he wants. I wish the coaching staff of the Rockets the best to figure out a game plan because they were competing. They have to switch up a little bit because they were competitive and they were in this game to an extent. But there needs to be a little bit of a tweak. There needs to be a tweak or they're going to be screwed. Or they are absolutely 100% going to be screwed. So that was game one. Golden State takes it in Houston. Oh, it's going to be interesting. It was competitive, though. It was very entertaining. It was awesome to watch. So make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe because of the giveaway. 1,500 subscribers. You get a Lids gift card. One lucky subscriber. And at 2,000, you get a signed New York Rangers hockey stick. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I will see you guys next time.